Okay, so I'm Jack Frost.
I'm August.
Hi, August. What do you like to do?
I like playing in the woods, swimming, and I love throwing things like bungee jumping.
Bungee jump. Would you like to do stuff with your family outside?
Yes, but it can be a little boring sometimes though. You know what I mean?
I get that. What is your favorite thing to do outside with them?
I like to help plant the garden, go to the beach, and go on hiking.
Wow, it seems like you do like you like. It seems like you like to do a lot of things in the summer. Do you like anything in the winter?
Well, I mean, not much. I like hiding away in my room. I hate the cold and shoveling snow. It's just too cold.
That's interesting. I like the winter because you can throw snowballs at your siblings. Also, on the subject of being cold, when you're cold, you can just put on another layer on. Well, if you're hot, you can't just take another one off. On another note, do you like school?
No, I hate school. If I could skip school every day, I would.
Do you find your siblings annoying?
Very annoying. I love messing with them whenever possible.
I think I could agree with that. Last winter, I went on a snowshoe hunt. All the views for the snow was really beautiful.
That's really cool. I love seeing all the beautiful colors while hiking in the summer. Snowshoeing in the winter, it's too cold to be black and white.
And when you go snowshoeing, or when you go hiking in general, you really can get warmed up from the exercise. So if you also bring some layers, it actually can be pretty toasty when you're snowshoeing.
When I wear a bunch of layers, I feel constricted. I can't feel the air on my body.
Well, when you wear a few layers, you don't have to worry about getting sunburned. And if you get too hot while you're hiking, you can just take it into the pocket and cool down nicely. Also, simply wearing a coat shouldn't be very constricting.
I guess you're right. I hate getting sunburned, and I can't always take layers off.
On the color subject, I have to say the landscape looks better when it's covered.
Man, you're crazy. What in the world do you think that?
Well, it's just that you have snow from all the dead brush, leaves, and dying trees. It just makes the landscape look better. Also, you might come across some cool icicles.
Okay. That's some good points. But it isn't good to walk under icicles.
Well, you most likely won't be finding any that are big enough to be dangerous, even if they fell on you. Icicles remind me of one of my favorite pastimes in the winter, which is ice skating. Do you like ice skating?
That's enough for me, Doc. It's too scary. Hard, and just plain boring, running around in circles.
How can you say that ice skating is scary? You like bungee jumping. That's crazy.
Well, with bungee jumping, I'm not worried about breaking through into freezing cold lakes and ponds.
I guess you simply weren't educated about ice and lakes. A human will be completely safe to stand on just 6 inches of ice. In the winter, most ponds and lakes ice get at least a foot too thick. Also, you can get going pretty fast with ice skates, and you don't have to go in circles either. Depending if there isn't snow, you even can go exploring on the lake.
Wow, I did not know that about lakes and ponds. And I see what you mean about it being fun. But still, it's just too hard to learn.
Well, it takes practice just like anything else. And once you learn, it's really fun, as I said just a minute ago. Therefore, I just showed you there are tons of reasons to like winter. Among the biggest are, as we said above, being able to put on more clothing when you're cold, that you can get snow days off from school, being able to check snowballs that you know on siblings, and snowshoeing on beautiful snowy landscapes and ice skating.
Okay, you've shown me some of the fun things about winter, like ice skating and snowshoeing, but I still like summer better.
So why do you like it?
I don't know, I just do.
Is it because you like sweating a lot?
No,
If it isn't that, is it getting sunburns?
nope, I need sunburn.
Well, if it isn't sunburns or sweating, maybe it's all those annoying bugs environment.
You know, I hate when they in my eyes.
Well, if it isn't stinging bugs, sunburns, or sweating, why in the world do you like summer?
I just love swimming at the beach, playing in the woods, and bungee jumping.
So if you like playing in the woods with you like playing with the woods in your family, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct.
But just above, I thought you said you didn't like bugs or sweating. So wouldn't playing in the woods in the winter fix both of those issues?
I guess it would.
Okay, so it would be better to play in the woods in the winter than the summer. So you like going to the beach.
I love the beach. It's so much fun.
But isn't all that sand really frustrating? That it gets in your hair, covers your feet, and then proceeds to cover the inside of your car and floors of your house? Would you like to swim without sand?
You make a good point. I love building sand castles and digging holes, but I hate having to try and get the sand off and put my shoes on. We all know that doesn't really work.
So if you like both building in the sand and swimming, but you don't like having sand get everywhere, winter has a feature of both of those issues. Firstly, you can go to an indoor pool which doesn't have any sand that you could swim in. Secondly, if you simply go outside during the winter, You can make castles or dig holes in the snow without getting covered in snow.
I see. The snow is always getting set at my house because of jogs and boots and stuff.
But the difference with snow and sand is after a few minutes, all the snow melts and evaporates, while the sand will just stay there until you have to bring out the vacuum.
Well, I hate having to use that stupid thing.
Finally, you said you like summer because of bungee jumping. But can't you do that in the winter?
That sounds super sketchy. All the ice and stuff. I feel like I would slip and fall before I could be put in falling even.
Well, simply like in summer, gives you a smaller chance of slipping. It's pretty sad. Also, for all we know, you might trip on your own feet and fall without there being any ice in the first place.
Well, that's a good point.
So I've shown that winter has better activities than summer, and all the reasons that you like summer can simply be done the same or better in winter. Therefore, for all the things that I've seen, there's no reasonable way that you'd like summer more than winter. Is liking summer more than winter still continue?
You make some good points. I guess winter is better than summer.